Hey guys, hope you're all doing really well. Today I want to talk to you about websites versus sales funnels because a lot of people still don't understand exactly what a sales funnel is, but generally everyone understands what a website is now. So if we look back 5, 10 years ago, websites were kind of all the rage. People, if you want to get started online, you were always recommended go get a website, go build a website. But now that's not the case at all. And one of the biggest reasons for this is that a lot of people are spending thousands of pounds on websites and getting no traffic to it, getting no one even visit the website. Or if they are getting people visit it, they're just not converting. So there's a couple of reasons for this. There's millions of websites created every single day. Okay, so number one, when you create a new website, you're competing in this ocean of other websites out there trying to fight for the same space, which is never a good thing. And number two, if you build a website, what you'll find most websites is just a bunch of pages with tons of information on it. That's it. There isn't any real specific purpose to a website apart from being a pretty brochure for the company or whatever they're trying to sell and promote. 9 times out of 10, when I go to a website, I go to their homepage. The homepage itself has a ridiculous amount of information on it, with a ridiculous amount of call to actions on it. So it's asking me, maybe to read this blog, to click here to view this product, to click here to register to my to their newsletter, to click here to do whatever it is. And then along the top, I've got the menu bar with all the different options and the drop down of the menu bar with all the different options. Seriously, like where do I click? Where do I go to find the answers that I have? So if I'm coming to Google and I'm asking Google, oh, how do I fix this problem? How do I, if I ask it a question and I'm brought to this website, where do I start? And most of the time when I do get to a specific page, maybe it's a page, it could be a blog, page, or it could just be a page for whatever that company is offering, their services. It'll have all the information about what they offer. So this is everything we do for you, okay? And that's it. Sometimes even on these pages, they don't actually have a call to action, and they definitely don't have any real way to engage with their customer. If I'm looking for, let's say an accountant or a lawyer or some type of service provider out there, and I come to their website and it's just everything about them, what they do, and nothing about me. So it's not really talking to me directly. It's almost like, this is what we do, look how cool we are. It's just no good. Okay, so a website itself is a bunch of random pages with loads of information on it put together in no specific sequence or order whatsoever. That's what most websites are. Okay, and some people will spend 10-20 grand for one of these websites just to say, we have a new website, come check it out. People will come check it out and give them, it's really pretty, does not convert though, doesn't do anything. What type of return on investment are they getting? Probably a really poor one, to be honest with you. Whereas they can actually spend a fraction of the price and build a sales funnel instead. A sales funnel will do so many things better than a website does. So number one, it will help to nurture the relationship between you and your client. Number two, it speaks directly to your ideal target client, and it speaks directly about the pain point they have. Okay, that's it. And number three, it takes people through a sequence of designed pages, events on each page to kind of allow the client to get to know who you are, for you to speak directly to them, for you to educate them and position yourself as an expert, as the authority in what you do, to help them solve their problems and to upsell them on your products and services and offerings. So if I'm looking to run a Facebook ad campaign, let's just say as an example here, and I've got option A or option B. Option A is to run it to my website. On my website, it's just a general website. On the website, it's got all the information people need to know about everything that we can do and that we can help them with. Option B is to run this audience to a specific funnel, which only speaks to this target audience, not to all of the other people we're looking to work with. Only speaks to them. Only speaking to the problem we know this target audience has, and is designed to, number one, immediately help them identify whether or not this page is right for them or not. So the only people that are going to stay on this page will actually are the people who identify with what's on this page. It will capture them as a lead potentially immediately, and it will take them through a sequence of events which is going to build a relationship, There's no other buttons on this page. There's no other call to actions. Every page is pretty much one call to action, whether that is to fill in this form to come and watch our free training on XYZ, or fill in this form to download our ebook or our cheat sheet on our top 10 social media tips, or and then from there the next page that comes up is is an offer. It could be an opportunity to it could be the webinar, it could be the sales training video that you're going to give them at the end of the training. And throughout the training, you are educating them, you're positioning yourself as an expert, you are building a relationship with these people, you're allowing them to get to know you better as well. You're not just bombarding them with information, you're showing them case studies, you're showing them testimonials, you are telling them stories about how you help this company, how you help this person transform, how you help them kind of do this. You're speaking directly to what your target audience wants as well. You know what their pains are, you know what their desires are, and you're speaking directly to them. And then at the end of the training, or at the end of the webinar, or at the end of the ebook, whatever it is, free resource you're kind of giving away, you make an offer. Get in touch if you want us to help you. Click here to buy our course. Click here to apply to work with us on our one-to-one coaching program, mastermind. Click here to see if we have availability to work with you or join our waiting list. Depending on what services you're offering, depends on pretty much what type of call to action you're going to have, of course. So there are two options. Number one, a website which technically, I'm just going to say, it speaks to no one, because it's trying to speak to everyone, if that makes sense. So most companies out there will try to target too wide of an audience, and that's what the website does. Number two, it bombards people with information. And a lesson in marketing is that a confused mind never makes a buying decision. So this website is just confusing people. It's giving people too much information. It's not really building a relationship between you and the customer. Whereas a sales funnel is specifically built to do all these things. Is to specifically built to build a relationship, specifically built to answer their questions, specifically built for them to identify if they're in the right place or not. It's just clarity for your ideal client. There isn't any other buttons. There isn't any options to go elsewhere. It's pure clarity, and it's almost like bliss for them, because all this time they've been going to these other websites and just getting confused. Whereas now, thank God, there's somebody speaking directly to them and just helping them, and is actually making an effort to build a relationship and provide value to them up front. So if you're new to business and some random guru out there told you, go get a website built, I want you to think twice about it. If you really need one, which in the back of my mind, I'm trying to think why you would need one, if you're new to business especially, and why you would need a website. If you're thinking to yourself, if I get a website, suddenly people will come to it and I'll make sales. Again, that myth is completely wrong. If you get a website, be prepared to spend thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever it is your currency is on driving traffic to it to get very little conversions, most likely. Same thing goes, if you build an online sales funnel, people won't just flock to it. But one thing an online sales funnel does, it becomes the hub for all of your marketing activities. Okay, because you know that you are working with this one target audience who has this one specific problem, or maybe it's not one specific problem, but at the start of the hub, you're going to be talking directly about this one problem that you know your audience really suffers with, and which is the big problem that they have. And no matter whether or not you're doing paid advertisement on Facebook, no matter if you're kind of engaging in Facebook groups or creating YouTube videos, all of your links, so every piece of content is all based around driving traffic into this one funnel, which is designed to convert. Rather than trying to drive traffic to a website, which adds confusion, complexity, expensive, so many negatives. And if you're a large corporation, massive, huge company, I get why you want a website, but at the same time, you can afford it. But you still need a sales funnel. I'll guarantee you that right now. If we were to compare your website with a specifically designed sales funnel targeting the same audiences, sales funnel will win hands down. So hopefully that was helpful. If you need any help whatsoever with thinking about, do I need a website? Do I need a sales funnel? What is a sales funnel? How can a sales funnel work for my business? And the examples Mark just talked about don't really relate to me. I'm in this niche, or I'm targeting this people. Get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to kind of jump on a call with you and just kind of run through which funnel might work better for you. Because again, there's different types of funnels out there, which is what I'm going to go more in depth on in another video. So if you need any help, or if you do currently have a website or a funnel and you just want someone to maybe look at it, see what improvements that could be made on it to get better conversions, again, feel free to reach out and send me a link to your website or to your funnel, and I will happily go through it and give you some feedback on what potentially you could do there as well. So until the next video, I'll see you all soon, and take care.